In this video, we will be learning how to master curves in Photoshop. I will show you 3 different methods for color grading just by using curves. Hey there, this is Akshay from Pixel Media. Without a further ado, let's get started. Select the adjustment layer icon and choose curves. First principle to remember is when you drag a point up, it makes image brighter. When you drag it down, it makes the image darker. Now let's move to the second principle. Right side represents highlight, middle part represents midtones, left side represents shadows. To reset all the point, click on this reset button. Point on the extreme left is a dark point. If you drag it up, blacks become lighter, and drag to the right, it will make blacks more darker. Similarly, on extreme right, we get a white point. Drag it left to make whites brighter, drag it down to darken your whites. Now, there are different channels in curves. Right now, we are in RGB channel and we get other 3 channels, red, green and blue. In RGB channel, you can play with the brightness and contrast of the image. You can also fade your image by lifting up black points, or you can clip your black and white points to create contrasty look. Just play with the curves, you will learn a lot. Before moving to other channels, remember this basic color rule: red is the opposite of cyan, green is the opposite of magenta, and blue is the opposite of yellow. Now let's jump into the channels. In red channel, drag point up to add red and drag it down to add cyan. In green channel, drag up to add green and drag down to add magenta. In blue channel, drag up for blues and drag down for yellow. And also, to remove a point from the curve, just click and hold and drag it out of the curves dialog box. I hope you got this basic concept cleared. Now let's do some color grading. Here I am in RGB channel and let's take a point up to brighten up the image a bit. I will add some reds in highlights, some cyans in shadows. I want some greens in highlight. Here, as I took it up, green also got added in shadows. But I don't need it, so I'll make a point to the left and drag it to its original position. We haven't played with extreme points, so let's play with them in the blues. Yellow look fine for whites and highlights, and let's add some blues for shadows. Let's try fading blues in shadows. I think we need some minor adjustment with reds and also with the green a bit, I think. Now that looks fantastic. Before, after. Now we will learn to use hand tool. Hand tool makes a lot easier to use curves. Select this hand icon and as you hover over the image, you will notice a small circle over the curved line. If you target her face and drag up to make that area brighter, it will automatically make changes on the curved line for that specific area. And if you don't want other areas to be affected, target the specific area and simply drag it down. Let's move to the red channel, and this time we will try to make some different color grade from the last time. Drag shadows down to add cyan. Move to the blue channel and let's try something. Fine, we will go with the blue. I think we need magenta. Let's go to the green channel. I think there is too much cyan, so lift it up and you can adjust these points anytime. We will keep green as it is. This is the first color grade we did, and this is the second one we tried, something cooler look. Let's learn to use eyedroppers in curves. Create a curves adjustment layer, and you see here 3 eyedroppers. The top one is for the black point, so double click on it. Here you can select any color, but make sure you select something dark shade as we are in the dark point, or you might not get what you are looking for. Let's choose something bluish or teal. Fine, hit OK. It will ask you to save for default. Select no. Middle point is for neutrals, but I don't usually change them. You can try them. And the bottom eyedropper is for the white point. So make sure to select the super bright colors. Let's go with something yellow, golden yellow. OK. Save for default. No. And now select the black eyedropper and just click on the shadow area. And here's the magic. It's very light. Let's point on her hairs. This is what I was looking for. And now select the white point. Click on the bright area. Click until you find something interesting. Oh, I think it is too much. Ctrl Z to undo it. You can also make changes in the curves later. You have total control over it. It's totally non-destructive technique. I think that's fine for now, and you get the idea about it. Now it's time for final technique. This is a very special technique, color grade using auto algorithms of curves. If you are not quite familiar with color theories and all, then this method will help you a lot, and you can color grade within few seconds. All you have to do, just click on this 3-bar button and choose auto option. In this you get 4 algorithms. I'm not going deep in it, just giving you a overview of all. Monochromatic contrast will only adjust luminosity without affecting color. Per channel contrast will adjust color without affecting luminosity. Dark and light color will by default neutralizing the image, and the last one will adjust your brightness and contrast, but this affect your color values too. Now we will stick to the per channel contrast. You can also use light and dark algorithm, but I prefer per channel contrast. Double click on this black color box to set a color for black point as we did in the eyedropper method, but this time we get a live preview of how the color will exactly look on the image. Look how cool is that, isn't it? You can easily select a color. It will save your tons of time. I'll go with the dark magenta. And for white points, I'll choose yellow with some orange in it, some kind of orange. And you can adjust saturation and lightness if required. And choose OK. I usually leave neutral as it is. It does not make that difference in the image. Choose OK and hit no for the default. It's not done yet. There is a little surprise for you. Change the blending mode of layer to color. It will not affect your luminosity, and you can have control over colors separately. Now create another curves adjustment layer, and let's use the hand tool we learned earlier, just a revision. I'll make her face brighter a bit and a contrast in the shadows. And change the blending mode to luminosity. And now this curves adjustment will not affect your colors. So we are treating colors and luminosity separately. You may ask why to separate them. Because sometimes adjusting luminosity oversaturates or desaturates colors, minor color shifts are possible. It gives more control separately for luminance and colors if you are looking for the precise results. I will quickly rename them. I tried to create different color grades for the same image just to show you how far you can go with just using curves for color grading. I hope you learned something valuable from this tutorial, And if you did enjoy it, I will be happy to share more content with you. So make sure to subscribe, and thank you for watching.